you know?
Yeah, right. And just because it sparkles doesn't mean it's gold.
You got that right. Right on.
We are now in business.
Live. I'd like to welcome everybody to AMG Entertainment Network Conversations. I'm your host, Bruce Glasgow, and this show is sponsored by BNS Designs Digital Marketing for all your marketing needs. And joining us on the show today is the legendary MC Shan. How you doing?
I woke up this morning, so everything is glorious.
Right on, man. That's exactly what I say. I wake up, I thank God for taking a breath. It's all downhill from there, man.
Hey, look, but then I hope I can do it again 600 and 700 more times.
Right? I'm grateful for today, but I'm with you, man. I would like a few more tomorrows.
Right.
Right on. So what you up to these days, man? Because I mean, I know you had to be been doing something since what it
Um,
looked to me like 2017 was the last release. The bars over bullshit.
yeah, that was, but now I'm just sitting back and living life. I done made a little bit of money, and it's like the rap music business is not as lucrative for us old schools as it is for these new school artists. And so, since I made a little bit of money, I just sit back. I build buses. I built a party bus. I got a party bus. I got a party bus
Ah,
business. Right now I'm in my RV and I'm taking a family trip. I stay a lot around the kids and keeping them enjoying life. Instead of me going out and buying big dookie chains to show off for everybody, I let my kids experience different things.
right on, man. Hey, well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. That's the way I live my life. God and family first, man. The rest of all this stuff is just flitter, you know?
Yeah, right. And just because it sparkles doesn't mean it's gold.
You got that right. You end up
Yes,
with a big
sir.
brass chain around your neck.
Uh-huh.
But I swore
But
he
that's
had it
like
tested.
Fizzles. That's like my main thing because I don't really want to do the music anymore because it's just like in our genre of music, it's more like a crab in a barrel thing. Nobody wants to push up. Nobody wants to give any credit, props, whatever. And I'm not looking for it. I don't care. I did my thing. And when time comes and somebody actually looks, yes, he's a pioneer. He did this. He did that. He did this. All right. But that's not my main important goal in life right now. I'm 55 years old. I got more good years behind me than I do in front. So I'm just want to spend whatever I have left and at looking at others, Biz Markie, he's in the hospital, DMX passing, and
Oh,
Jalil, and several others. You know what I mean? It's like I got to look at my own mortality. I can't sit here and think that I'm going to live forever. Tomorrow might be my day. And so, since it might be my day tomorrow, why don't I take today and make it happy for my kids?
I tell you what, man, that's a great way to look at it because, this whole past adult time, I don't say adult timeout because the whole world's in the timeout, but it has kind of made us or made me look at my own mortality. And every day we lose somebody, man, we lose somebody. And it just makes me more blessed every day that I woke up and I get another one, I get another try again
Yes,
today.
yes, yes. Say it again. Preach, brother, preach.
And in my competition, I'm just trying to be a better person today than I was yesterday. That's my only
Right.
competition, man.
And what I try and do is instill in my children to be better than I was. Don't be like me, be better than me. Because
Right
your
on.
daddy's an asshole.
yeah, but their daddy is a pioneer, man. You was out in the mid '80s, man, before this was even I mean, right when this was just starting out. Hip hop. When people thought, oh, it's a phase, right? This is a
It's a
phase. It's
fad, it's a
past
phase, it's gonna
that.
pass. And but
Boy, it
it, it,
grabbed
it,
a
it
hold of
stood,
everybody by the boo boo.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like not every artist, they'll put one up there, for everybody to read. It's like the crabs in the barrel thing. Not everybody is getting that money like that. When I came out in this music business, there was 25 of us. You could count us on two people's hands. You know what I'm saying? Now it's 25 million artists. Nobody wants to be doctors, lawyers, nothing no more. It's oversaturated. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? And the way that people's attitudes are with this millennial thing, nobody wants to be accountable. So let's just find a way to make whatever we got fit for us. So what they're mumbling? Leave the little kids alone. They sound like idiots. So you want me to just look past these kids sounding like idiots, and that's what they're portraying to the rest of the world, that we're all idiots? You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's just a passive attitude to where everybody wants to make everything a black and white issue. Somebody will say something about, oh, some crazy thing somebody told me the other day that everybody's jumping on. And what he said was, in the hood, that's how it is. But now they want to take, oh, he mentioned the word hood. That's downgrading. And man, come on, shut up, all you bougie dude. Go home and do something, man. Do something with yourself, please.
Man,
It's like getting
amen
aggravating.
to amen to that, brother. Amen to it's just way too politically correct
Right.
these
And it's
days.
to the point where, I mean, I don't have any problems with whatever people do and how they do it, but why force these things down in my face? Now, if I stood up and said I'm a heterosexual male, oh, y'all gonna beat me up and all kind of crazy things, you know what I'm saying? People are just too
Right.
sensitive. And now, certain things you do come with stigmas and certain words that come along with. You knew what you were doing when you got into that environment, but everybody wants to scream and cry like little babies. You can't say this and you can't say that, and it's just too freaking much, man. I just like fuck them all and sip
Right.
my
I'll
whip.
tell you what, you're exactly right. They knew what road they were going down when they went down the road. They just don't want they want everything to be, sunshine and unicorn farts, and it don't turn out that
Right,
way.
but that's what it is. It's the end of the day.
Well,
So
I
it's like,
miss since I'm PD, I get all the, I get dumped on. People send me stuff all the time, man, and it's like, what? I just want to shake some of these artists and say, hey, it'd be a hell of a lot better song if somebody knew what you was saying.
yes, but that's the whole dumbing down of a society. I don't want to be politically correct and all of that, but I think that's what it is. It's the dumbing down of a society and making whatever fit comfortably in your life to however you want to make it fit.
Well, all I know is there's two kinds of music. There's good music and there's not good music, man. And I'm sorry, I cannot get behind all that. I don't know what the hell you just said. And it ain't because it's a
And the
some slang.
stories are different now. The stories are more, I'm a crack, 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 I'm a shoot you, crack, 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 crack,
Couldn't
crack, 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 crack,
couldn't
crack,
load
crack.
one if you
That's my
handed
new
it to him.
record, y'all. Look, that's my
Right.
new record. Crack, 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 crack. Look, at least it was in rhythm. You might not know what the hell I was saying, but maybe I might make 2-3 million off of that. Clack, 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 clucking like a chicken.
Right. And then what gets me is half these kids are singing about stuff they have no idea. Wouldn't not a low one if you hand it to them.
Yeah. What? Or if you had to do the time for the things that you actually talking about, you rat the whole city out.
Yeah, what happened? Oh man, don't even get me started on that.
Let's go
That
there.
ain't
Like you said,
the,
it's a conversation. Let's go.
that ain't the neighborhood I grew up in, man. Go open your mouth.
Right. They start singing like canaries nowadays. It's like, yo, you go tweet, 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 tweet.
Yeah,
You
because
can't look. Now remember,
everybody's
Beretta.
out for
We
themselves.
grew up. You got to remember, we grew up on Beretta. Beretta's theme song. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
So keep your eye. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with things like that being forced in our head. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, which is just a basic, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Let the police do their job. That's what they get paid for. Stop being a
Right.
rat or whatever. Let them do their job. Handle your business. Take your charge. You did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't start thinking about it afterwards. You should know the effects of what you're getting yourself into in the first place and expect it. And there's
Right.
certain things that you should prepare for coming into a entrepreneurial situation like that. Like one, put some money away for lawyers, put some money away for bail, and make sure you keep your head protected.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It never fails because I mean, as old as time itself, they've been trying to get people to rat out, the guy above them, and it's like, you know what? The guy above me ain't the guy that got caught, is he?
Ah, right.
I'm sitting
I
my ass
remember,
in
look,
here.
one unfortunate incident in Shan's life. They set me in a cold room with nothing but metal benches. You know what I mean? Turned the AC up on me. And I'm in there and they kept coming to the door saying, "You got anything for us yet?" Nope. I said, "Tell me what you got and I'll tell you." So when they tell me, I'm going to go tell the hood, "Yo, they got you cold." You know what I'm saying? But they kept
Right?
coming asking me, "You got anything for me?" Nope, y'all got me. That's it. Do your thing. And y'all can look it up. Shan ain't got no rat, nothing. They ain't got no federal under, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have a code word. You know how they use code words for snitches? I don't even have
Uh-huh.
a code word.
There you go. There you go, man. That's exactly right. It amazes me that that the people don't want to be accountable for their actions anymore, right? They want to blame either I'm a victim of this or here's all the guys that made me do this. Take care. They're the real ones you want. Let me go run off.
No, but that goes back to that, oh, let life fit into whatever. It used to didn't be like that. It used to be just
Nope.
straight cut and narrow. You know what I mean? You know, when
Yeah.
find a way, Glenn Miller way. Everybody pulled his way.
Right.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the
Those were
days, but those are not the days now. You know what I mean?
mm,
Today is way different. Everybody wants to point a finger at somebody. And I would say to them, well, how are you going to blame somebody for an action that you took? Ain't nobody can make you do anything. People always say, well, I messed up because of you. They didn't make you get messed up. It was your choice to do that. So now that it was
right.
your choice to make that decision, don't blame them because you made the decision and it turned out wrong. You thought you was going to give them kind of credit and let them do what they do and thought that they were going to reciprocate and they didn't. That's not what happened. But you can't look at them and say, oh my God, you didn't know. You gave up your own time and
Right.
thought that that person was just as solid as you. So you can't blame anybody for anything and what happens in your life, period. And I don't,
No.
ever.
Nope. Take responsibility, man. And that's what it's about. If you do it,
And
take
in all
responsibility.
aspects. Now,
Every aspect. You got that right.
what I like to portray to people, and if they look at my Instagram, which is MC Shan one with a number one at the end, no dashes, no nothing, is I'm trying to show people, well, black men who don't want to take care of their fathers, that it's such an easy deal to do. You know what I mean? You just gotta
Yeah.
balance your time. These are the most important things in your life, and you don't want the streets teaching your child. And so all I do is people see me doing nice things with my kids. Like right now, we're at the beach, we're in some RV park where there's nothing but RVs around, you know? And they're seeing something different, things that I never saw coming from the projects. And these are things that I'm just trying to instill in my kids' heads. And it don't cost nothing. It's not like I'm a rich, and everybody else can't do this. This is a
Right.
normal man's thing that I do every day. Cook
Right
barbecue
on.
on my porch, on my back porch, or wherever I'm at. It don't matter. I don't need a reason to barbecue. The sun came up, so what? Sun didn't come up, still barbecuing.
There you
You
go.
know?
Right on.
And 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear me say, 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your soul. It's your man Shizzle with a Whizzle.
There you go.
I say that so much. My 1-year-old, he's my 2-year-old says it. All I got to
That's
do is say
funny.
1 time for your mind. He say 2 times for your soul.
Gotta love it. But you know, my hat's off to you, man, my brother, because you know there's so many people that don't want to take that responsibility on. They want to run around and have baby mamas, but they don't want to run around and take the responsibility of raising those kids.
Here goes
Hey,
Mr. Here goes Mr. 1 time for your mind.
hey,
Hey, hi.
how are you? I'm good. How are you? Hi.
He knows when I'm doing videos, he wants his shine too, so he comes through.
That's cool. I love that, man. Now I got grandkids now, so
Oh,
I
me too.
love it when my grandkids run through. You know.
Yes, sir. Look, I've got grandkids his age.
Man, my hat's off to you again, man, because I don't know if I could do it all over again at 58.
Listen. All I'm saying is, it is what it is. And at my age, I'm not going anywhere. I ain't doing anything, and I feel like it's kind of giving me a edge up because I got to chase behind them.
Yeah, keeping you young, right? That's what they say, anyway.
That's what they say. Yeah, keep you young, but stress is a killer in itself.
Uh-huh.
Sit right there next to Daddy, okay? Do your thing.
Well, that's awesome, man. Being at the beach, being on vacation with your family. I mean, I love it, man. And it makes
And
me
I'm
appreciate
still working.
makes me appreciate you taking this time to talk with me, man. It really does. 'Cause,
This right here is what I do. Anybody that supports me, supported me, I owe it. It's an obligation that I have. I take that responsibility because I wouldn't be MC Shan, who I am, the way I am, without people like yourself. And me doing interviews now 30 years after the bridge, that's like incredible. You know what I'm
isn't
saying?
it?
So at any moment, oh, I got an interview. But yesterday was a screw up because I'm in a different time zone. So it's 6:22 where you're at, and it's only 5:22 where I'm at. You know?
So,
And so it just
but
happened to be one of them days.
where you're at, though, you're still in Central Time, right?
Yeah, I'm in Central Time.
Yeah.
I crossed over the
Same for
timeline.
me. Same for me. I'm in Central. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. So then we could have did this on our time instead of East Coast time.
Either way, I put, because I talk to so many people, I put Pacific time, Central time, and Eastern time because people move around. People still, there
Right.
may be a pandemic going on, but people in entertainment, they still moving around.
I didn't feel the pandemic at all because when the world was locked down and nobody was going nowhere, we were in this RV traveling the states, going to
Nice.
campsites and all of that. Because my next neighbor is 20 feet away from me. You know what I'm saying? We park, we say hi. But nowadays I done went to Milwaukee. I done drove to Milwaukee before this week. Went up there. The world is wide open. I don't care what nobody tries to tell you about this mask crap. There ain't no mask for you. There's no mask anywhere. Milwaukee, no mask. Florida, no mask. Georgia, no mask.
Wow.
Everybody's out here just living life the way that they normally would have done it. I mean, the government couldn't keep the charade going. You need to, man. I mean, you already told us how to get through the corona with putting on the mask, right? So what you think you're gonna tell us now? You're gonna lock us down again? What? Not happening, y'all.
No. Some people ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Right, but see how they're gonna get most is like See, we don't. The government cannot mandatorily make its citizens. Our government constitutionally cannot mandatorily make citizens take a vaccine. So
Right.
how they can circumvent that is with all of the corporations out here hiring people. They can make them say, well, you ain't getting that little tax break unless you make all of your employees get that shot. And so
Right.
they're gonna not forcibly per se make people take the shot, but they're gonna circumvent it. If you want to keep working short, you better take the shot or what? You see?
Right.
So there's ways around it, but I'm glad that I don't fall into the category of I gotta take that.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna make it where if you travel on an airplane, you gotta, they'll figure out a way. I remember back in the day, we didn't want Big Brother all up in our business, right?
Thank
Before,
you.
that's what I come up in, and then
Before
now,
these, look,
yeah, before, yeah, now,
before these,
now we pay him to be there,
right. And your phone listens to you even when you think it's not. Because
right?
have you ever noticed that you can be talking about something with a friend in the room or something like that, and the next thing you know, what you was talking about is in your scroll. Like, what the fuck? Were y'all listening to me?
Right. Yeah, it's like
And all
somebody
of your
turned on the auto
YouTube,
text.
yes, all of your YouTube commercials and everything in your timeline is pertaining to what you just talked about. But why people don't understand is like also corporations are not held to the same standards that the government is standard. Government can't eavesdrop on you. The government can't do the things to us that these cell phone companies and all this. Now, in order for us to use these things, we just clicking yes on terms of service and don't read it.
Don't read
You know
it,
what I mean?
right?
Don't read it
Yeah,
at all. And so we sit here and complain about, oh, they're taking our freedoms. No, you're giving them away every one term of service at a time,
right,
because these companies are not constrained to governments. Same, you know what I'm saying? They're not constrained to the same rules and regulations as the government.
right. And when
And
you
now,
push, I
who's more
agree.
who's more uh knowledgeable to people's whereabouts and everything? The CIA ain't shit. Mark Zuckerberg by himself is bigger than the CIA. He owns most of the information, and he who owns the information owns everything. They
That's
got to
right.
go see him to go, oh, Mark, we need to look at these Facebook pages because we think we have a suspect. You know
Right.
what I mean? Come on.
What gets me is people who think that whatever it is they want to participate in, that they got some sense of privacy when they're participating in it on the cell phone. I was like, you are up with what's going on, right?
Do you notice that the cell phones that come now, you can't even open them up and take the batteries out?
Right,
You can't even take the battery out. So even if you wanted to disengage your device, you can't disengage it. You know what I mean?
right,
They're going to
right,
follow you. And if you don't know this, Google, you have to go turn off the travel, because
right,
Google follows everywhere you go. If you go to your Gmail and you go Google Map, not Google Maps, but your locations, it'll show you everywhere you've been in the last 6 months.
right.
And you don't think that it's doing this, but guess what? You click that terms of service button, ding dong. But it
Yeah,
also gives you
even if you turn off geolocation, you clicked I agree, you sign the fact that they can monitor you whether your little switch is on or off.
all right, but see, here's how they get you, right? See, this week you turned off your geolocation, right? But they'll come with a new update next week. And
They-
if you don't remember to undo all of the things that you did, you just, they got you again, because they're gonna do an update next week. And update is just to
right,
just to change that terms of service they had last week, because they figured out we could do this to your ass.
right. Yeah,
Somebody
they're
give me
coming
a
up with
whistle.
new.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Lyric, give me a whistle out the cooler, please. Thank you. Go ahead.
It's all right. No, but I totally agree, man. It's like every time you turn around, they're taking something else. They're getting all up in something else that's our business, you
Know
know?
what? They're not taking it. We're giving it away. This is what we're
Or
trying to
we're
tell the
giving them,
people.
giving something
We're
else in
giving
the
it. They
name of
ain't taking
convenience,
nothing
right?
from us. Right. Just look and just for no, it's in the cooler, baby. Dig down deep in the cooler. And just for convenience to just be like on Instagram, and we'll give all of that away. Give it all away just because that's what makes us feel comfortable. We're
Right?
back to that
Yeah.
comfortability factor again.
You know it. We want to be able to be in touch with the people that we're in touch with, right? Because that's all
Right.
important. Those 25,000 of my closest friends that I got out there running around in social media land, I got to keep up with what they're doing.
Right. But look, remember when it was, if you didn't catch me at home, you wasn't going to get me?
About
Before
that,
we had answer machines, it's like, if you didn't call while somebody was home, your
right?
message just went unanswered.
Yeah, and you had to get up and walk over to it attached to the wall and talk on the
Right.
phone, right?
And hopefully you had a trim line with a 50-foot cord.
Right on. Now it's just way too convenient, but I guess it's just a sign of the times,
And we must grow with it. But may I ask you this? If you got an emergency, right? How many people's number in your cell phone do you have memorized?
I got a few on purpose. Write them down
All
just
right.
on
But see,
purpose.
that's because we're from a certain age group. Yes.
Exactly.
You know
I
what I
still
mean?
can remember the phone number of, when I grew up as a kid, you had to memorize your address and your phone number.
Yes, sir.
I still
But
remember that.
nowadays, there's people that I don't know if something bad was to happen, I wouldn't even know how to get in touch because give me my cell phone. Your cell phone is broken when you had the accident. It crunched in half.
Right?
Now I don't know who to call. Well, give me 911.
I don't know nobody there, but they'll probably help me.
You're right, right. I don't know nobody there, but they'll help me. 911.
I hope they'll help me in time.
Right. Lyric, where's your little brother? Okay, fine. Just had to check because he likes to go ahead and do his thing. He's like the wanderer. He's like the coolest of all my kids because he don't bother nobody and he don't want to be bothered. So he'll watch YouTube and just. So I had to check because he's very quiet about his. Will steal your stuff and
Ah.
run on.
I don't have any of those. They all wanted, they wanted you, both my kids that are out of the house now, they wanted me to know what was going on all the time, involve me in it. My granddaughter the same way, man. She just, look, she just, oh, hey, look at this. Help me play this. I don't have any of those.
Let me see
I
what the
was
for
that guy.
how
I
you're
was the guy
really
that I didn't
fortunate.
want you to know my business. I'm over here. I'm okay. You just go on and go take care of what you got to take care of over there.
Yeah. Now look, here's the thing that you have that I don't have. At least you can send yours home.
That's the
Look,
best thing about
come
grandkids.
get your kids right now. I'm trying to go to bed. Come get them now.
Come get them now. I'm gonna drop them on the corner.
Right. I don't have that luxury. That's not a luxury that I have nowadays.
Well, hey, it keeps you young. Like I said, when my granddaughter's over here, it's just running around. I forget I'm 58 when she's around.
Hey, I guess
I
that's
go
why I
run
keep
to the
having
8.
kids. I'm trying to forget how old I am.
I just wish my body would cooperate with my mind.
Oh my God! Sometimes I say that when I wake up in the morning and I don't get up. I roll out.
That's what I said. And I don't bounce like I used to. I used to bounce. I don't bounce now. I kind of hit and stay there.
Look, like the gymnast. Stick it.
Right.
Ain't no bounce to it. It's just
Right? Yeah, and then can somebody help me?
Look, I'm so glad that we don't have no comments coming up on the screen because I be wearing my glasses. I wear my glasses on my neck like a grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandmother used to with the
Right?
string on it.
So you don't lose them?
Oh, yes, sir.
I take mine off. I take mine off so I can put them right over here.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I lose them. So nowadays, and now I got. Excuse me. Could you do me a favor? Could you go get me that glasses hanging on that thing? I have a bright orange hunting joint on it, so I know I could look. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
But I'm not ashamed of my age nowadays. I do my videos and stuff like that with my glasses on. They're usually dangling from my neck just like this.
There you
So
go.
I can just do this. I read your comments with these.
That's me. Or you know what else I got? I went I also just like old school because I guess I got this from my dad. I also take out one of these if I need to.
I'm going to
What
get
does that
one.
say?
Look, I'm going to get one. See, that's good for stationery when you buy your nightstand or your desk at your, you know what I'm saying? And you left
That
your glasses over there. It's like, yeah, I ain't going to get that with a
I
magnifier.
got, man, you get it. I got that store with the W. I'm not going to endorse anybody, but I buy them for like $5. I got one on the dining table. I got one in the kitchen. I got one
Well, I'm
here. I got one in my nightstand. I For that kind of money, they're like $5 a piece, man. I got them all over the damn house.
Look, that's because we know our weaknesses. Because you'll be you'll be sitting there saying, "Damn it, I left my glasses at my desk table."
Right?
So you got them all over. But see, I'm still trying to work up to getting me my own little branding thing going on. But right now, I pay for that. You know what I'm saying? It's my enjoyment.
Right?
And if they feel like what they could never just take Shizzle's videos because I'm not a kind of guy that they would want sponsoring. They wouldn't want to sponsor because Shan is just too raw. He cusses. He does this. He's a good daddy, but all that other shit he do, Instagram getting ready to fire me.
No, they ain't.
Yeah, they do. They go, oh man, every day I get a new thing. They go back in my catalog to find things. I can't go live on Instagram. They won't let me.
No kidding.
I can't go live because I violated. I'm like a parolee with Instagram.
The community rules. Did you violate their community rules of
Yes,
conduct?
I sure did. Yes, I several times over. But see, what I've noticed is this, that I need their platform to get to where I'm at. And so I try not to cross that border. You know what I mean? And
Right?
so what they do is they go back in my catalog, or somebody is there talking about flag him, flag him. It's not what it doesn't fit into my perfect world.
Right? Yeah, I
So
don't know
they
what
so
when we
what so
got all
I
so serious about all this, it's like we used to just be yourself, do your thing, man, and then we celebrated each other's differences. Now it's like, oh, well, what you did offended me, so it needs to be taken off or taken down or whatever. It's I don't know. We've gotten way too
that's just
sensitive.
not our generation, and we don't have to deal with it. We set in our way. And I'm sorry y'all can't penetrate our barrier to make us think like you dumb idiots. I'm sorry.
Right?
And I can
Yeah.
tell that he's a bird of a feather, just like me. We have our
Right?
rules and renditions, and that's what it is. And y'all are not going to make us change for it. We might not
No.
disrespectfully say some of the stupid words that disrespect idiots and bundles of sticks. I didn't change the wording.
Yes.
And if anybody,
Uh-huh. Right on.
so,
I hear
but
you.
it is what it is, you know.
Right? It's and I refuse to become one of the sheeple. That's what I call them, sheeple.
Sheeple, right? That's
Sheeple.
where the herder
Mm-hmm.
That's where the herder herds all the sheeps in. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I'm not one of the sheeple, y'all. We're not.
No, I'm that rogue up on the hill going, hey man, don't listen to that crap.
Right. Don't do it. He's
What do you
lying.
do? Don't do it. Don't go there.
Yes. See, this is the
Don't
kind of
click, don't
interviews I
click, I
like.
agree.
Right. Look, this is the kind of interviews I like where we can just talk and just have good conversation. You know, yeah, there's the music and all of that back there and whatnot. And people can go Google that. Let's fucking find out who Shan is and what he thinks and how he
Yeah.
thinks. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
going on?
We've
What's
all
going on
heard the
today?
music.
What's going on today with Shan? You know, that's what I think people want to know. They
Right.
all that other stuff. I don't like talking about the stuff I can read. I like
I
talking
don't
about the
like
stuff.
talking about things that I did already. But in my
Yeah,
industry, I have to. You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
it's like, I'd rather have these kind of conversations because anybody could. I mean, the same questions are going to be asked over and over and over again, and I'm gonna have to ask them over and over and over again because there's some people that don't know the answer. You know, and so when I get to a Bruce Glasgow show and I'm cool and we just talking. That's just exciting,
Yeah,
you know,
I love it, man,
because
because I like this whole format.
it digs into who Shan is, not that person. Because remember, we used to have Right On, Word Up, and all of that other stupid, crazy crap.
Uh-huh.
And you can only look at that interview and put the rest to imagination. But nowadays, artists like myself who grew up on Word Up and Right On that wants to be in touch with the people that made me me, we do these things. We do lives. I talk to you. I'll take all interviews. I don't care if your platform has 3 people. I'm going to do that interview, simple fact, because that's 3 more people that didn't know anything. And just the fact that the host took his time to come see me, oh, I love you. And so I don't care how big a show is, how little a show is. Some people do that. That's just not me. I'm just a humble brother.
There you go, man. And it'll take you a long way being like that, you know? I mean, I grew up with that manners and that, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know? And it just somewhere along the way that stuff has kind of been gotten thrown by the wayside. Now I taught my kids that because that's the way I learned it. So I pass it on.
Yes, indeed. And that's where it comes from. A lot of people don't understand that they're letting these music videos and things raise their children. I remember at
Right?
one point people used to tell me, "Shan, you're a role model. A role model to who? Your kid? I'd never let you be a role model to my kid. And don't look at me as a role model. I'm smoking weed. Leave me alone.
Right? Yeah, you did.
Leave me
You did see
alone.
that. You did see that parental advisory on there, didn't you?
Thank you.
I wish I'd
Everybody's
invented.
entitled.
I wish I'd invented that, man, because that is like one of the best marketing things I've ever seen in my entire life. I,
The
I got
parental.
yeah, parental advisory. That means I gotta have it when I was a kid, and that meant I got to buy that. That's what that meant.
Yes, I
So
did.
whoever
Yes,
thought
it
that
did.
up is a genius. I mean, a genius.
Look, and it was around the time when they were trying to disband hip hop, and
Right.
so that now there was somebody like Luke Skywalker and them that had them problems back in the days that the federal government says you have to let them do it. You cannot dampen their speech, this, that, and the third.
Right.
But what you have to do is put a parental advisor sticker. I remember when the parental advisor stickery came out. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? And the music was changing, the messages were changing, and people were just expressing who they were. And Luke and them just so happened to express that they like booty and tits.
I tell you what, the thing I like about it so much is back then it was real. You know, people,
Yes, it
the
was.
music
Hold on,
was
I'm still
about
here.
what was going on. Now we got a bunch of kids singing about stuff they have no clue. They've never done. They have they either got the song written or they wrote a song on how they think it is out there, and it's not. It just doesn't come across as genuine. Comes
Right.
across as I look at these kids and the little baby face, and I'm going, man, you singing about all that, but you don't know about that.
But you
You
want to
ain't
know
been out
where
there,
they won't listen to me and you.
right?
Why? Because we're not holding a check with 6 figures on the end of it.
Right.
Now, who you gonna listen to? You gonna listen to these two old heads, or you gonna listen to that man that gonna get you this 6 figure check? And the man
Payday
with the
guy.
6 figure check is gonna tell you, yo, you gotta be as ratchet as whatever, and they're gonna keep on conveying that message and thinking that it's cool. And guess what? When it comes time for you to get into beef and problems, they still profit off of you. All right? And let it be a thing where you're almost in the point of you're about to be killed by another rapper. They're going to put a damn insurance policy on you that they're not going to pay your family any of the money. You
Right.
know? So the more ratchet and more death defying that your rap music is, it's like, yes, let's promote
Yeah, let's promote it. Let's tell them what to say. Let's tell them how to say it, and let's sell it. I mean, and it blows me away because you know, I just it's I can. How do I say this? You can't con a con. So when I hear that stuff, I'll be like, I ain't believing you, man. I hear what you're saying, but I ain't believing you.
Look, I always use the line from Donnie Brasco. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
When he's showing them the diamonds, he's like, but these are so and so. And Al Pacino looks at him and said, it's a beautiful thing, but it's not my thing. I want to talk about my thing.
Right on. That's exactly it. But I'm seeing a change though. I really am, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Is since it's since digital is kind of taken over, music is kind of coming back around full circle again. And so a lot of this stuff that's what the labels are saying, yeah, this is what everybody's buying and trying to create that market for that niche of what they're putting out there. These independents are coming out and they're being different. They're having stuff that's lyrically relevant. They tell a story. They got a good person that's producing beats, or they're producing good beats themselves, and it's kind of coming back around to where it's lyrically relevant, and it's not just a bunch of junk, a bunch of garbage.
I'm still waiting to hear those songs you're talking about. But what has made it different is this internet. Those
Right,
independents that used to have to go to the majors to get their stuff done, most of this is done digitally now. So
right,
the deal is, back in the days, they give us a budget and they press all of these records and they make us pay back all of this money for all of these records that we did. And nowadays, you can make one MP3 or one WAV file and sell it to the whole world. There's no
right.
overhead cost. There's no underhead cost. There's no in between cost. You already made the MP3. And now with these deals that they're giving these kids, it's like, okay, we're not going to mess with you until you get 2 million followers. Now, if I got 2 million followers on my own and I could get all the money, why would I give you 30% and I take 70 when I'm doing all the work and I could keep getting 100? Look at how successful I am. But
Right.
some people don't think their internet is not different from your internet.
No, and saying I'm distributed by or I'm signed to, that does not add clout to what you're putting out there. The
Right.
fans
Look,
that are
you know the
listening
word
to
they
your
like to ride
message.
on? You know the word they like to ride on? I'm a boss. I'm a boss. No, you ain't.
Uh-huh.
You're a worker.
Yeah.
That's being told you're a boss.
Yeah,
But when we
exactly.
want to look, when we want to sever your contract, you'll find out you're just a worker.
Right? I can't tell you the horror stories I hear about people who signed the labels. Yeah, I got a 2 album deal, but 5 years later, I'm still releasing singles. I haven't released the album yet.
And that's how they keep getting you. You know what I'm saying? With them things, with the deal, right? They give you a certain time slot. Don't let your album or whatever you're doing be done in this time slot. You're done. But now we're talking about these kids that are used to dropping mixtape week per week per week per week per week, which got them to the status that they are because they can drop a mixtape week per week. But now you done signed to the label and they're not having that mixtape crap. And this is your slot. Don't let you have an album in that slot. You gotta wait till the next go round.
Right?
So
You
now
got that
with
right.
all of this other stuff, and I look at it like nowadays that we don't have a shelf life. Remember how your record will be on the shelf in the record store for 3-4 weeks, and then the new guy come out and your thing will go back in the box and get shipped back to the record company. Nowadays there's no shelf life, so I'll still promote bars over bullshit
Right?
because it's digital, it's there, and it's gonna stay there until I stop paying for them to keep it up. You know, and so
That's exactly right.
I forget.
And to people who haven't heard it, that's new. To people who
Thank you.
had not heard it yet, it's brand new.
I just put out a new song called Bounce like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But then I stopped promoting it because I got another version of it that I'm going to do, but I'm going to have 2 videos. I'm going to have the original version and I'm going to have that love song, that music that people hear in the background of my videos. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And so
Nice.
I'm just playing a trick, the same trick that the majors do, because I pump that music in people's heads so much that when they hear it, they're going to know what it is, and it's just automatically already acceptable to them. So I'm
Right?
using the mind games that every other corporate entity, people say, Shan, I'm tired of that music already. That lets me know it's working.
There you go. Absolutely. I like that, man. I like the song.
Thank
That's
you.
the last thing I listened to before we got on. I was like,
But look,
that is
that's the
tight.
new thing. But I stopped promoting it because it doesn't have a shelf life. And so I let it ride, and then I'm going to do the videos, which I'm going to have 2 videos, which I'm going to have a raunchy video, and I'm going to have a regular, kind of clean, because Shorty's going to
Right?
have on an I Dream a Genie outfit. I'm going to throw some money and whatever, but then I'm going to go to sleep. And then I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to be Pimp Daddy Corsicane. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna get raunchy. It's like, but that's all a dream. So the video is 2 videos in one. But it's like as I do the I Dream of Genie thing, I fall asleep wishing I was a pimp. And then in the dream, I'm a pimp, and I got the naked butt and slapping money on booties and all that crazy mess in the pole. You know what I mean? And look, and the party bus I built has a pole in it. Lyrics, stop choking. My daughter's over here choking because I said that. But the bus that I have, it has a pole in it. I mean, it's literally a party bus, and I'm gonna cut expenses that way. I mean, I've got it all planned. I got cameras. I've got millions and millions of cameras. I got everything that I need to make a production work.
Right. And you go filming that in the right place, man, and people see what's going on, a party bus and lights and stuff going on, man, people are gonna be flocking to the outside of that bus, brother.
All right, but look, I'm not after that. Well, let me show you what else I got going for the bus, right? Have you ever heard of Paranormal Investigations?
Hmm.
Well, I'm called Shizzle, the hip hop ghost hunter.
Oh, yeah.
I've got all the REM pods. I've got the EMF spikers. I've got the spirit boxes. I've got forward-looking infrareds. I've got all of the ghost tools. And so I'm going to make a hip-hop ghost show.
That's gonna
And,
be the deal, man. That's
and
gonna be
I'm going to,
cool.
and know what, at the end of every show, I'm going to say to the ghosts, because I'm not scared of ghosts, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. Your spiritual spirit is spirit, you know? But at the end of every show, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to leave the ghosts with 2 things that they haven't been offered in a long time. I'm going to leave a whistle cracked open, and I'm going to light a cigarette and leave the cigarette. There you go. And none of you ghosts can come home with us. That's not allowed. stay here. You're not allowed. Go home. I'm not going to try and invoke demonic spirits and things like that. I just
Right.
want to know, is this real? I've got all the tools. I've got everything to find out. I got dowsing rods. I've got all kinds of things. So the next thing that you should expect from Shizzle is Shizzle the Ghostbuster, right? But now, remember I said I got the party bus. So outside the party bus, it's going to say Ghost Bus. The bus is going to be in bigger letters than the rest of it. Ghost Bus Stirs. And we're going to go to Savannah. And once I'm filming the pilot. But once I get a budget, then I'm going to be able to tell the people I need to go in some haunted hotel and spend a night there all night. But what's going to be funny about it is I got a partner, right? But he's the scary one. Like, Shan, I don't think we should be doing this. As soon as something drop or something, he like, I'm out of here. I'm going back to the bus. You know what I'm saying? Are you scary one? Get back over here.
You gotta have that
Where's
guy.
Ethan?
You gotta have. There's always one of the guys like, I'm going home, man. I can't stay
Yeah,
here.
that's what it's going to be. He's going to be my constant in the show. Right? But then I'm going to have people who want to go on the ghost show. They're nobody, or, you know, just say, I want to come with you, Shan. Let's go. They ain't got to have no credentials, not no superstar rapper or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I want just a regular person that just wants to go out and hunt ghosts with Shizzle.
That's cool. That's
You
real
know,
cool.
we're going to jump on the bus and we're going to talk about it. Well, listen, who's going to hold this camera? This day we're going to so-and-so and so. It's one of the haunted places in America and blah, blah, blah. And watch, I guarantee you I'm going to have a ghost show in about a few minutes.
That's going to go a long way because most people would have gone the other way and try to get a bunch of guest stars to use them as a draw to watch the show.
Not me.
That's going to go a long way. Having just,
you want to know why?
people that want to go, people that are interested in that kind of stuff.
I don't need a celebrity to do anything with me because I can hold it all myself. I can be funny. I can be serious. I can be stupid. I can be an idiot. I can be all of these things by my goddamn self.
Right.
I don't need you to help me look like an idiot. I'm already looking like one. Look, now I got another interview in another 3 minutes, and if I don't do it, MJ is gonna be mad at me because I know
we don't want to make MJ mad. I want to thank you again. Really, I appreciate it, Shan. I appreciate you taking the time out of your vacation and coming on.
Bruce,
do you mind?
Anytime that you want to talk and we just have a conversation, holla at your man.
I will, man. Absolutely. I will, Shan. I appreciate it. And before you get off, can you just give me a video drop for my company right quick?
Yes,
just
really. Tell me.
Just introduce yourself. And the name of my company is B&S Designs Digital Marketing. So just
B&S Design. I gotta write that. B&S Design. Oh, one time for your mind, two time for your soul. It's your man Shizzle with a whistle. And I want to give a big shout to B&S Designs Digital. Say it again. Yo, why'd you pick? Look at him. He picked up the wine. Shizzle with a whistle. They so used to me doing that, yo. That's funny.
Right?
Look. Let me get it right. Let me get it right.
B&S Designs Digital Marketing.
B&S Design Digital Marketing. One time for your mind, two time for your soul. It's your man Shizzle with a whistle. Giving a big shout to B&S Design Digital Marketing. Y'all already know what it is. One time for your mind, two time for your soul. Ain't nothing standing between you and success, but every opportunity and getting you an account with B&S Digital.
Perfect. Have a great evening. Be blessed, my brother. Y'all have a great time and good, much success, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
We'll
Bruce.
talk
Anytime,
again.
brother.
We'll talk again when we kick off the Ghost Center.
I like the way we doing this. It's a good thing. So anytime, just hit up. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Peace, brother.